Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to just be playing with this dip powder kit from Modelones. It's a Leafu dip powder kit, but we all know that's the same brand as Modelones. So I actually did record a unboxing video that I accidentally deleted. So the kit comes with a cuticle pusher, nail file, and brush. It comes with the liquids that are 15 milliliter bottles. You get the brush saver, the activator, the top, and the base coats. You also get a transparent dip powder, and this is just an example of how clear it is. So it's a little bit cloudy. And these swatch sticks were done with the liquids that come in the kit. So you also get 4 colors. The first color is 001. It's a sheer, well, it's a lightly opaque pink. I'm not really sure if that's the right word, lightly opaque. But I did 2 coats of the dip powder on each of these swatch sticks. Color 2 is a pretty gray. It's more of a nude gray than an actual gray. So I actually do really like that color. Color 4 is a pink, almost a bubblegum pink. And the underside of the swatch stick was just with the top coat that came with the kit. Usually I use a gel base coat with my dip powders, but I wanted to use the liquid since they came in the kit. And this is color 003. I actually think I have them mixed up. I think that pink was 003 and I think that burgundy was 004. Whatever. So this was my attempt at ombre. It's terrible. And this was a full nail that I did just using the burgundy color, and it was 2 coats, 1 coat of clear, and then 2 coats of the top coat. So all of that footage I did delete, but it was a disaster. More kind of like what else is going to happen in this video. I do not know what was going on, but I deleted footage. I kept spilling stuff. I just was not having the greatest time. So some of the stuff I did leave. I didn't edit everything out, but I had a time with this kit. But the good news is I'm going to show you how to do marble with dip powder. So, yeah. So watch for that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just do a thin, even layer of the liquid, the base coat. And then I'm going to, I think I actually dipped the nail into the powder on this. I was using all kinds of techniques in the video that got deleted as well as in this video. I don't think I dipped all of them. So let me see. Okay, no, this one I just scooped it up with a spoon that came with some of my pigment powders. So that's just 1 thin layer of the base coat and then a layer of the clear. And I'm gonna let that dry. And what am I doing next? Let's see. Okay, so I'm just putting the powders in a cupcake tin because I'm gonna do a marble nail, and I'm actually gonna dip the nail into this powder. So just place the powders kind of wherever you want. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of like mix it up so you don't get all one clump of color. So I'm using the white that I'm using is by Azure Beauty, which is I think Modelones as well. So I'm using the bubblegum pink, the burgundy, and a little bit of the gray. And I'm gonna pull this tin in frame so you'll be able to see the entire thing. So I'm just placing it random in the tin, and then I'm gonna go in with an orange wood stick and kind of mix it together. You don't wanna mix too much because then you don't wanna actually change the colors. Like you don't wanna mix it and the white ends up being a lighter gray or whatever. So just kind of like move the color around a little bit, and then I added a little bit more of the burgundy in the mix. So I'm going to dust off any excess that was from that first layer. Then I'm going to put another layer of the base coat. I'm going to do a thin, even layer as best as you can. If it's not even, don't worry, because you can do some filing. And then I just kind of place it in the powder and roll it. And then just look at it and just see where you missed the dip powder, and then just dip the nail back in the powder. Or if there was like more of a color, I think I wanted more of white on that tip, and then at the top there was a little bit of the burgundy missing, so I just went ahead and dipped that back in. So it's actually pretty simple to do the marble nail. I found it a lot easier than doing the ombre with the dip powder, as I did show you quickly that example earlier in the video. So I did brush off the excess, and I'm going in with another layer. I think it looked better the first layer, and I should have done a color underneath so those colors could pop a little bit more. I still like how it came out. I tried to put the nail in the same position as I did originally. I tried to match up the colors. But yeah, I will say that I liked it better the first coat. I didn't hate the second layer, excuse me, but I like the first layer way better. It still came out cute. So I'm just gonna play with some of these dip powders, and you're gonna see me on that ombre nail that I messed up. I ended up just adding a little bit of the marble mix on the tip of that. So that's what I did to fix that ombre nail. But yeah, you're just gonna see me adding a little bit of the marble to a couple other nails. Okay, on this nail, I did the marble, but I wanted a little bit more of the gray. So I just scooped some of the gray on there. The gray didn't really, the gray kind of got lost in the marble. So I probably, if I'm gonna do gray next time, probably do something more of a darker gray, not a nude gray. So more of a pigmented gray. So I'm just gonna add some activator, which I probably should have just added the top coat because I didn't do too many layers. I'm sorry, I probably should have just added the base coat and the clear layer, and I think I actually forgot to do that here. That's actually what happened. So I forgot that I had to add a top layer of clear, and then I'm just going in adding the activator, and you could see there I actually spilled it. I wasn't getting enough on the brush, so I kept tilting it so I can get more on the brush, but ended up spilling it, and that's not my first time that I spilled the activator doing this design. But I did add the activator once I realized, wait, you have to add the clear coat on top of your design. I just went in with the base coat and added the clear. And this actually doesn't really matter because sometimes I know that there are some people that every 2 layers of dip powder, they add a coat of the activator, and then they just keep moving forward. So it really doesn't matter that I did this out of order. If anything, it's just gonna help those lower layers dry a little bit faster, even though I didn't really need to because these are thin layers. But whatever. Basically, if you mess up, just like continue to your next step with the dip powder. None of the liquids really affect the next step that you're going to do. They're all pretty much made of the same ingredients. It's just more or less of the ingredient in each one. So here I ended up adding, instead of scooping my dip powder, I just dunked the nail in there and ended up adding all kinds of pigment to my clear. So I just scooped that out in that tin and just used that moving forward. So on the next two nails, I just add the layer of the base coat and I just dip that, or more like roll that into the clear. So yeah, I just didn't have the best time doing this set of nails, but I do really like how it turned out. I think this turned out really pretty, and I actually want to try and do this on my nails. What I have now on my nails is a dip powder set that I did. So I used a glitter dip powder. I used a raspberry dip powder that I got from MVP Designs. Check out her YouTube channel. She makes awesome colors. So she does her acrylics, but her acrylics can be used as dip and acrylic. And then the black nail was dip powder as well. So yeah, I do really like how this design turned out. So here, after I've added that clear top coat, I am done with the dip powder. So I just want to add some activator now, just to help everything dry and come together. So when I was doing this, I actually spilled the activator again, and I just shut off the camera and I went to bed. So that was on Sunday night. So Monday when I got home from work, I did the top coats, I did the filing, and then I top coated it. So dip powder, in the way that I used it for this video, I was able to do my hand file. But keep in mind, I just did thin layers. And on my nails, you know, the layers are a little bit thicker. I did hand file most of it, and I used my e-file for my cuticle area just to get it tighter and a little bit more precise on making sure that cuticle area and my side walls were clean. So you can hand file your dip powder. You do not need an e-file to do a design or do a set of nails. It is helpful around the cuticle area, but it is not necessary. So there again, I spilt the activator, and this is when I actually just gave up for the night and went to bed. So yeah, I was having clumsy hands, brain farts, all kinds of stuff in doing this. So here are the nails with two coats of the top coat, and I do prefer to use the gel top coat and cure it in the lamp, but these are still pretty shiny. I didn't do them on myself, so I don't know how they're gonna wear. So on my nails, I have the gel top coat that you cure in the lamp. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys back on Friday for another video.